Jeez. Jeez. Good morning, YouTube. It's been so long since I've been live on YouTube. So long. So crazy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, uh, yeah, a lot has been, I don't know. It's been like, hey Siri, how many days since January 18th? Hey Siri, hey Siri, how many days since January the 18th?
Uh-huh.
No. Hey Siri, how many days since January 18th, 2025? Duh, I said 2025. That's why I did that. Hey Siri, how many days since January 18th, 2026? 31 days ago. That's what it is. 31 days ago. So, 31 days ago, today I broke my lease, and my plan is to pursue, um, what do I want to call it? RV, tiny living, minimalist living, something along those lines. So that is what I'm actively pursuing. I did try to start a fire this morning. No bueno. Good morning. Just kind of giving life updates because I have not been on YouTube live in forever. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm a bit tired. I did not sleep as much as I should have. When I get up to use the bathroom between 4 and 5, I need to take my butt back to sleep instead of scrolling on these social media platforms. But I'm at the Postcard Cabins. Just here for last night. I leave today, and it's the first time that I've camped, glamped by myself. So I didn't feel like I really got the full experience because I was afraid. I was afraid to be out here dark by myself. There's a lot of cabins out here. It's like several. I don't even know how many. Probably 50, 40, something like that. But I I was afraid. I came back when it was dark, and maybe if I would have transitioned from light to dark, but I had an appointment at 5. So when I came back, it was like 7:30, and it was very much dark. There is like a light on the cabin, a little porch light, and there's a lantern, and then of course the fire. But I was not going to be playing with no fire because if I couldn't do it at 8 o'clock in the morning, I know I can't do it at 8 o'clock at night. I should have got some starter logs or whatever, but they make it seem as if this firewood kit is all you need. Apparently, you need a little bit more. Um, I've maybe started a fire too before, but anyway. So it looks like my neighbors are like maybe still sleeping or at least inside. I've been outside for at least 45 minutes, and it's like 60 degrees here, and I'm in Florida. So I think the high today is going to be like 70. I'm headed towards Clearwater Beach today, so it's going to be a high of, I believe, 70. It's 63 right now. So in Clearwater, it will be a high of, let's see, Clearwater Beach, the high is going to be 70. It's going to be warmer here. It's going to be like 77. So I'm up near like the Gainesville, Florida area. Never been in this area. It was interesting. Rode around town just a little bit yesterday. I had lunch yesterday at Germain apostrophe S. I'm guessing that's Jermaine's. It's like a local chicken. I guess it's a local chicken place. I think they're known for like their chicken sandwiches. I didn't want bread plus fries, so I got the chicken tenders, 0 out of 10. When my food came out, my order was like almost $18 for 3 chicken tenders that came with these ranch fries and the passion tea that everybody said to get. Um, my food came, it was lukewarm at best, and I'm really big on my food being hot, real big. Like if my food ain't hot, it's not happening. And when that happened, and then like the breader, like it just was off. Um, Even for $10, I don't feel like it was worth it. And I never leave food for real, but I left like a chicken tender and a half and like a whole bunch of fries. I got the hot honey flavor, and then I got a side of buffalo sauce, and a side of ranch. It's a no go for me. I will not be back. But it seems like it's very popular. When I looked on not YouTube, but TikTok, for lunch spots, that was one of the ones that just kept coming up. So I was like, and I was literally about to get on the road, so I didn't get to do a whole lot of research. But it is what it is. I wasted my $18, my calories, and my carbs. But that's really all I ate yesterday. I was just so disgusted by that. But anyway, yeah, nature. I came out here because I wanted to hear nature. I've heard a couple different things this morning. The roosters. Um, I wish I had like a animal identifier like app. Oh, that might be a good idea. Animal sound identifier or something like that to know like what the different things are, the birds and stuff. But very peaceful, very quiet. I'm trying to maintain my quietness. Um, it was really quiet last night. I normally sleep with nature sounds, like my Pandora, but I didn't because I wanted to be able to hear anything. So I did not sleep with nature sounds last night. Um, and I slept with the light on a little bit, which was weird because I didn't want it to be pitch dark. I don't know, it was weird. But it was nice though. I wish I would have stayed 2 days to get the full, the full effect or whatever. But it's okay. So I'm headed to the beach today. Hopefully 70 and cloudy will be okay, and I can get in a bathing suit. Hopefully, and get on the, at least lay out a little bit. We'll see. If not, I'll go to the pool and hang out. But yeah, so this is my life. I am out of my lease. My lease ended. I knew it was something that was wet on my hands. It's from a stupid lighter. Somebody left it out probably when it rained. But like I said, I broke my lease last month. Not lease. Last month, 31 days ago, and it has been an adventure. um, so it's been pretty cool overall. Um, I'm planning a transition like in a lot of different aspects. So try not to beat myself up, not necessarily beat myself up, but be hard on myself and just extend myself some grace as I transition. I am a person that kind of like structure and routine to some degree, but also very spontaneous, very much like what we doing. But having a place to call home is priceless. But me personally, I didn't want to continue to pay rent. And I realized last year after filing Chapter 7 bankruptcy that I was living above my means. hmm Yep. I've said it out of my mouth maybe like 2 or 3 times. And I was living above my means. And so it wasn't even that, I mean, rent is high. You know what I'm saying? When I lived in Dallas, let me see, I moved from Dallas 2018, 2015. I was paying $1,000 for a brand new 1 bedroom on the lake in Las Colinas, Texas, if you're familiar with the area. And that was 2015, so that was a dope space. You know, so you think about, I'm in Florida now. I'm in the Tampa area, which I hear the cost of living has increased greatly since like COVID or since like the Super Bowl. I've heard all different types of things. The reason why the cost of living in Tampa is so high. When I was in Graham, North Carolina, which was about 2 years ago now, it's actually my 2 year anniversary since I moved to Tampa next Wednesday, February 23rd. So shout out to that. It has been a journey, okay? um, but my goal, I'm gonna go back. So in North Carolina, I was living in Graham, which is like in between like Greensboro, Durham area, and I was paying, I don't know, 16, maybe 14, I don't know, for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. So, but again, it was in the country, okay? So you get what you pay for. It was pretty big space though. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever return to apartment living. I don't necessarily care to own a home. There is a cabin that I'm interested in purchasing, but they told me, which I'm gonna contact another agent, that I have to wait 3 years post bankruptcy to purchase. They're very affordable. They're like less than 100K, and it is in the Winona Sassa area of Florida. And they have studios, 1 bedroom, and I think there might be a 2 bedroom option. Yeah. So, but they said I have to be 3 years post discharge, which in May of this year I will be 1 year post discharge. For those that don't know, like I said, I filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy a year ago actually, and I was discharged in May of 2025, and my student loans were discharged December the 1st of 2025 in the amount of 124 plus $1,000. So last year altogether I had $169,000 in debt discharge, including credit card debts and student loans. So you know, people can say what they want. I'm very vocal about that because I know that I was not the only person, like I said, struggling. And a lot of it was because of me and my own choices. I can own that. Um, but, paying credit cards, I was on time. Like I have the best payment history. You look at my credit. So it was never anything about that. But it was just, even, paying the minimum, of course, we know we'll be paying interest forever. But yeah, it wasn't a given. It wasn't given. So I came across a friend actually that had child chapter 7 before, and she shared her experience in December of 2024. I began doing research on TikTok University. Shout out to TikTok. And actually, the night that TikTok went out, I spent a lot of time um, listening to people's experiences using the app, not the app, but the nonprofit organization upsolve.org is their website. And it is not available in all 50 states, but it was available in my state that I live in, which is Florida. And so I did utilize their platform to file my Chapter 7 bankruptcy. My student loans, that is still considered pro se because they're not utilizing a bankruptcy attorney. My student loan special proceeding or adversary proceeding, I don't know why I keep calling it special proceeding, but adversary proceeding, I did file pro se. I did consult with an attorney. Shout out to her, Natalie Baptiste, I believe is how you pronounce her name. She's a bankruptcy attorney out of New York, but she assisted me in Florida. Um, Amazing. She provided me with my template for my complaint, and I just, kind of tweaked it and submitted it from there. And so I had a really great representative from the U.S., the Assistant U.S. Attorney's Office, very much in communication with me. Like, I want to take that lady to lunch. You hear me? When I tell you other people's experiences that I've shared my experience with, they don't hear back from their representative. This lady, even in the shutdown, she was still working on my case. You know what I'm saying? Communicating with the Department of Education. So I'm forever grateful for her. And I definitely expressed that gratitude. And according to her, she enjoyed working with me as well. And the judge did say that he was very impressed with, the case and how, I managed everything and handled everything. And it was a pleasure meeting me. So it was, man, life changing. 2025 had a lot of ups and downs, but I never thought there would ever be a day that I could possibly say that I am debt free. I never thought I would be able to say that. Um, and so now I'm in a position where I can be debt free. My car has been paid off for 3 years. Excuse me, 4 years. Yeah, hold on, 3 years. And we rolling. Me and my car. We got 187,000 miles, but I got a new engine, and I think at like 122 or something like that. It probably went 122. It happened in 2022. So 4 years ago, I got a new engine. So my Kia has been good to me. She over there right now looking good. She dirty, but she look good. And it's a blessing to have reliable transportation. I'm gonna say that, especially when it's paid off. But I'm just on here rambling. I just wanted to get on here because it's just been so much going on, so much good stuff, and also some challenging things. So I just wanted to get on here. I'm sorry that I'm not really looking at the camera. My eye, I think in this cabin somebody had a dog. I'm allergic to dogs. So when I woke up this morning, like my eye was itching so bad, so I was scratching it, and so it looks a little lazy. But I was talking to a friend today, and she was like, don't be so hard on yourself. Um, you know, at the end of the day, like my decisions only affect me, which I do believe that our decisions, affect other people indirectly, maybe. But I don't have kids, I don't have a spouse, so it's just me, man. I can do whatever I want to do, and that's a blessing. And that's when we talk about free will. That's what we need to be talking about. Okay, so a lot of things are happening, very positive. I'm just trying to be very intentional with my time, my money, my resources in general. And I don't know what the future holds, but I do know who holds my future. And that gives me peace. And I'm just along for the ride, man. Like, was introduced to the concept of being a nomad or a vagabond, even. And it was always exciting. And I realized it's something I was talking to my uncle, my paternal uncle, maybe a month or so ago, December, and he was telling me about how my dad used to live in a van. And I joke a lot because my upbringing was my upbringing, right? But a lot of times I'd be questioning my paternity, you know, and not my paternity, but my father. And I was like, you know what? There is something we got in common. So that free spirit, because my mama, she don't got that. But my daddy, he was living in a van, and I'm actually considering converting a van. So I don't know which way I'm gonna go. RV, van, conversion. I kind of want to do the van to start out with, but it's just like where, and um, it's just time consuming versus going to a lot and buying an RV off the lot. But then there's stuff that comes along with that too, like credit, all of that stuff. As I'm rebuilding my credit from chapter 7, so I share my life experiences, man. I'm telling you, like, not for nothing, but just you never know who can use the information. Like I said, I literally filed Chapter 7 bank. I've done so many things just based upon the information I've gotten off TikTok. I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube because my attention span is not really like 3 to 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But if I need something in depth, I will come on YouTube. But um, man, it's a lot of knowledge out there. It's a lot of wisdom, a lot of information out there. And people can say what they want about social media, but if used for the right reasons, it could be life changing. I know it changed my life because I would have never come across the concept of Upsolve, and I would have still probably been trying to pay this bankruptcy attorney because they will not file until they have their full payment. They take payments. People are quick to say that they do take payments, but they will not file until their last payment is made. And the filing fee is $338 that can be broken down into increments of, I think, 3 or maybe 4. And you can also request to have it waived. So you can literally file bankruptcy for free using Upsolve. Like, and I'm not telling people to file bankruptcy, but I am telling you though, if you're thinking about it, go ahead and do it. That's all I'm gonna say. And this is your sign. But you could continue paying those credit cards off because I was doing it too. I had $40,000 in credit card debt. One of my credit card payments was $500 a month. One, I had like 7. Okay, $25,000 credit limit, $500 a month. Spent like $1,200 a month on credit cards consistently for years. No. I wouldn't be here today. You know what I'm saying? So, as Americans, we utilize the resources that we have, and bankruptcy is one of them. I feel like I should stay a little bit longer. No, I'm gonna head up out of here. just text. But yeah, life's good. It's challenging. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's good. Mm. Yeah, life's good. And one thing I like to challenge myself, and I'm gonna challenge you today. The sun is trying to pop out. Yeah, I just want y'all to know that. Um, is to in any situation that you encounter, no matter how challenging it is, to try to identify at least one positive from that situation. You know how much it took for me to be able to do that? I am a natural negative person. And in 2020, prior to the pandemic, I started making a lot of changes. And one of them was about my mindset and being negative. And I had to be very intentional. I had to, speak affirmations. And it was truly life changing to be able to see the positive or at least one positive out of any situation. Um, it really puts things into perspective. I really wish my eye went like this because I feel like I'm looking all silly. But y'all get it, right? Even in this, I'm gonna find a positive. You know what I'm saying? I think if I had a little bit more sleep, it would really, it wouldn't be as bad as it is. But yeah, like look around, right? There's leaves falling, a lot of greenery, and the wind is blowing. There's just so many beautiful things around, and that's one thing I love about nature. I think I saw a butterfly this morning or something. Um, it is really chilly out here. But yeah, y'all. Today's a great day. Today, like I said, is my Sunday. I go back to my full-time job tomorrow. Um, 7 days on, 7 days off. So I'm about to hit them 7 days on, and then I'm gonna hit them 7 days off right after. Um, I hope that you find peace in your decisions, and I'm saying that because I'm trying to find peace in my decisions. I hope that we all find peace in our decisions. I don't like being an indecisive person, but I am an indecisive person, and I overthink. And so um, I want to be at peace with my decisions. That's what I want. I want to be at peace with my decisions, and I want to be at peace in my decisions. And when I don't have peace, I don't want to pursue it. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's the decision that I'm making right now. I, man, there's a trail around here. It's not too far of a walk actually, but oh, wait, I hear something. I don't have my glasses on, so y'all gonna have to help me. Some come through these woods, just start hitting the like button. Please, please. Good morning, y'all. You can say hello. I promise it ain't. You can say hello. I just been sitting here talking to y'all. I would love for y'all to, talk back to me, even if it's just a good morning and hello, like how you doing or something. Just let me know you're here and that you're alive and that you're well. And yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's that. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I love that. Hello, how are you, John? Is that John? I'm sorry. I got my glasses on. I got my little lazy eye going on. But yeah, I appreciate it. How do I keep all the messages up there? Okay. But yeah, mhm. I went to the beach today. I'm excited. I don't know why. I don't know why. But yeah, the postcard cabins, I think they used to be called the getaway cabins or something like that. But I guess Marriott took over. And so they're postcard cabins now. And so they're now on the Marriott app. I never knew that until like in the last week. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check out the cabin. So I'm Marriott. Get your points. Okay? Get your points. Use your points. You know? I don't have a lot of Marriott points. I've been traveling mostly with Hilton recently. But use what you got to get what you want. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. Hmm, thank you for allowing me to share. That's what I end with. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll try to come back on here more often. I say that every time I go live on these social media platforms, and I really do be trying. It do be a lot though. But anyway, have a beautiful day, y'all. Thank you. You too. I appreciate you.